How's it going, everybody? Right here today, and we are back with our Minnesota Wild Draft to Glory. And guys, I am legitimately nervous for this episode because this is the draft that could make or break our future here in Minnesota. I know we just signed a contract extension, but I am worried that in a couple of years that the good faith we built up early on could be lost. I mean, there's not a ton as far as players. I haven't splashed the owner's cash, so I guess he might not be too upset, and we're still making the playoffs, so I gotta be just doing something right. But this draft, there's so much that could happen here. I mean, I thought about moving up for a guy like Merritt. Terrell Merritt looks so insanely good. He just lacks size. He's NHL ready. We'd have to move up 5 spots, and if somebody wants to trade out of their spot in the top 5 here, we get a bona fide NHLer who is NHL ready. Like, all these guys are NHL ready. Or do I just not do that and make the safe picks? Jimmy Miller's not, I don't know if he's NHL ready. We know Braden Cogliano is 3 years away. Tommy Woodworth is 3 years away as well, but we know for a fact Cogliano's medium elite. Pedro Gaustad, there was another guy in here. I think it was Pasquale. Yeah, there's Pasquale. He's potentially 2 years away. We don't know that for a fact either. So we have some information. I believe it was pointed out to me in the comment section that Braden Cogliano is a gem as well, so that could be even better. The fact that he's only 3 years away from the NHL, though, makes me believe he's less of a gem. I don't know why he would be marked as a gem if he's... Anyway, I don't know how being marked as a gem works or not, but our scouts think he's a gem. And then I think with this pick here, this pick that's in the 20s, I would not mind reaching or potentially trading down. There's Omar Malhotra, who we know is 2 years away. Carter Burkholz, who's 2 years away. And Jussi Luomala, that are 2 years away. Now, I wouldn't mind getting another defender who's only 2 years away. A defenseman, too, whose scheme we don't really know. Oh, man, I'm so worried about this draft, guys. I am so freaking worried about this draft. You have no idea. A couple potential medium elites here, but they're pretty far away from the league. These guys down here have good potential, but they're far away from the league. But I think we can get a lot of guys that are going to be ready in a year or two, 2 to 3 years, and we could have some seriously studly players on this team. Plus, don't forget about those later round picks. I'm going to start it, and we'll see if anybody in the top 5 wants to trade their pick. No, they don't. Okay, so you know what we'll do? We'll go to the Kings, because we know at least at 5 we're going to get somebody. It may not be the guy we exactly want, but the Kings... Add it. What would it take? Jonas Brodin, Matthews in our first. 10th, 25th, and Matthews to go up to 5. That's interesting, but I don't think I want to do it. I think I'd rather stay at 10 and take Cogliano, I believe was his name. So we got Cody Matthews here, the medium elite goaltender. I think we have another goalie coming up. No, we don't. We don't have another medium elite goalie. He is the goalie of the future there. So, I don't think it's worth it to give up the goalie of the future for a defenseman. I mean, he's NHL ready, but we can find other guys. We're good for another season. Next season is probably going to be another, could be a rough season anyway, so we can get a ton of guys now, get maybe a high draft pick next season, do the same thing. These next 2 years could be rough as far as on-ice performance, but as far as off the ice, we could absolutely just explode with talent, right? If this draft turns out the way it's shaping up to turn out, I think we could even, you know what, we could move back. That's another thing I'm thinking. I'm just thinking that what would teams give me for this pick? Jake Gensel? They give me Jake freaking, are you serious? If only I could take players. Oh, if only I could take players. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Marcus Johansson has so much trade value. At 32 at 87, I know he's our first line center, but oh my God, we could get 14th overall too? I can't take Hornqvist. I'd like to take, I might keep Johansson, but he's a guy that we could trade at the deadline, but he's like our only top player on the team. But I could trade to 14, probably trade back to 14. The Senators could trade up, and I could still get Cogliano if I traded back to 14, right? It is Cogliano. Yeah, it is Cogliano. He's projected to go 17th, so if we drop back to 14th, we can for sure get Cogliano. If I miss out on Jimmy Miller, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed, considering he could be NHL ready right now, but our scouts aren't confident on it, and I'm not willing to swing and miss. There's also 9th pick here, Chance Rogers, but we've got other guys who are medium elite that are 3 years away down here. Right here, Burkholz is 3 years away, 2 years actually, and potentially medium elite as well. So I don't see the need to move up. I would like to actually move down. Alexei goes first overall, an 80 overall power forward. Looks very, very solid, well-rounded. That's a good pick for the Colorado Avalanche, and they just get more talented. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this trade with the Ottawa Senators. If we can get maybe another pick out of the deal, I would be very, very happy about that. Yeah, it looks like we can definitely get a pick out of the deal. They've got quite a few. Can we get their next year's first from Ottawa? Trade down 4 picks and acquire another first? Yeah, I didn't think it was going to work. We have so many firsts. We don't have any seconds, though, which is a bit concerning to me. I do kind of need picks for next year. I do kind of need some picks for next year, Ottawa. So, oh, they don't have any picks for next year. What if we took, like, their second is almost as valuable as the first. So, I actually kind of want to go into find a trade and see what it would take for them to give us their next 2 firsts. Ottawa, let's see. What are you offering us? So, the 14th overall pick plus your next year's first. No trades found. I'm sure I could find a trade, finagle a trade. But I think I'm just going to manually do one here. I guess I could go down for the Dallas Stars. Do the Dallas Stars want our pick? If the Dallas Stars want our pick, we could go down 3 spots. Obviously, it's still more valued, but they do want our pick. That's big. And their first rounder next year is ridiculously highly valued, but they do have some picks next season. So we'll throw all of those in. A 3rd, 4th, and 2 5ths to finally restock the cupboard for next year as well. Going down 3 spots. Will it go through? Rejected. It's too far off. Okay, what if I take the 4th off? It's too far off again. Can we 3rd and a 5th? It's too... Okay, what about just the 3rd? It's too far off. Really? Wow. Okay, so they do not want to give up their picks for next season. Next year's 3rd was too much for them. What about this year's 3rd? I don't know. We're going to exit that. Does team at 15 want to trade their pick? The Winnipeg Jets do want to trade their pick, so we'll see what Winnipeg wants to do here. They want to trade their pick. Do they want our pick? They don't want our pick, but maybe, just maybe, it'll be enough so that we can get a 3rd. Actually, they have the Senators' 3rd too. They have 2 3rds next year, and that's what we're lacking. So dropping to 15 is a little bit more tight than I would have hoped. But I think it's worth it to get 2 3rds next year. That's going to help us out quite a bit, considering, you know, we only have the 1st and 2nd next year, and then a 5th. 2 3rds would be definitely quite valuable. I don't mind not having a 2nd this year, considering all the firsts we have. Trade accepted, so we have moved back 5 spots, acquiring 2 3rds in the process, which I will take. So we'll sim this pick. There goes Seabrook. The next pick, Hill goes, the 2-way forward. There's Marr, and then our guy here that we were thinking about trading up for is Merritt, 78 overall. He's not exactly what I'd call NHL ready, but we'll slow sim the first bit of the draft here. Alos goes, he's pretty good. Frolov goes, that's fine. Sim that pick there. Samik, the 2-way forward, is fine. He's okay. Rogers there. Chance Rogers is medium elite. He's only 66 though. So moving up to 9 to take him would have been okay. The Jets, who are they going to take with the pick they moved up for? Pasquale is medium elite, so it's a medium elite playmaker at 64 overall. I don't think they lost that trade whatsoever. Trading out Pasquale was pretty good. If we take a quick look here, yeah, we got to wait for Jimmy Miller. Pasquale, I wasn't too sure about him. I thought he looked good, but they're saying we should take Tommy Woodworth, Cogliano, or Pedro Gaustad. And the fact that Cogliano is a gem makes me want to take him even more. The Tampa Bay Lightning, Afinoganov was high top 6, so that's fine by me. McCann goes, oh wow, a 71 overall, so that's probably the second, that's the best overall outside of the top 5 minus Alos here. So a good pick there for the Washington Capitals. We have the Dallas Stars, who are going to take Jimmy Miller, who is medium top 4. So I thought about potentially taking Miller. He is closer to being NHL ready than you might think. Being a 73 overall, he's the second highest overall, or he's the highest overall outside of the top 5, I should say. And as long as they don't take Cogliano, they take Clancy. We're going to take another defender off the board here in Braden Cogliano. Let's go ahead, take him. 62, medium elite, two-way defender, 3 years away, is a gem. I don't understand how he's a gem. And a guy like Squally is not a gem. But we have our guy there. Cogliano plays like Matthias Ekholm. I've seen that phrase enough. But he's 6'2", 196, with a very well-rounded stat distribution, which is nice to see. Not one of those weirdly generated prospects where it's all over the place. You know, his poise is 90 and his body checking is 87, but he's got a 71 speed. Yeah, it's weird. You guys know what I'm talking about. But then we got our pick at 19 here and 25. The picks at 19 and 25 are these ones right here. Vyacheslav Kapitanov is medium top 6 sniper. That's fine. These are all 3 years away. What I'm looking at are guys like Malhotra, Burkholz, and Luomala. Malhotra is 2 years, Burkholz is 2 years, and Luomala is 2 years as well. So I'm thinking we can move back from 19 again. We'll take one of the guys with 25. The Devils do want to trade their pick. Do the Devils want to trade up is the question. The Devils with that pick. How about our first, the 19th overall pick, and then we can acquire maybe something for next season, like a second? Acquire another second. So a first and a second. First this year, second next year for them to move up. I want to make sure that Burkholz, what pick he's going to be drafted at, because if I move back and screw that up, I'm going to be very upset with myself. But Malhotra is at 34, Burkholz is at 36, and Luomala is at 37. So we will reach a bit on these guys, but I don't mind it at all because a lot of these guys are not going to be NHL ready for a long time. All these guys up here, we don't know anything about, and this guy is two bar accuracy. Stanley Woods is the guy on the clock right now that is 2 years away from the NHL. We'll see what he is because he was another option to take. Medium top 6 at 70 overall. So I'd rather have the Cogliano, who's going to be 3 years away from the NHL, but it's still not a bad pick there. So I kind of want to move back from 19 and see what I could get. Does anybody first, before I even go making my own trade? There's a couple seconds, a second and a third, 2 seconds. Mark Giordano, a second and a third this year. I'd like to get more picks for next year too. The Boston Bruins are offering their 43rd overall, but it's a little low. 36 overall from the Stars is not bad. That's actually right in line with what I want, but I kind of want to move back and get some stuff for next year, make my own trades, right? So the guys that I want to take are here at 34, 36, and 37. So I could potentially 34, 36, and 37, right? So I could move back to 31. I don't have a pick here early in the second round. That's this pick right there that the Dallas Stars were offering me. So I could actually take the picks at 25, 31. I'm going to try and move back here with the Devils. I think the Devils and the Sabres are prime trade candidates. Other conference, really not going to affect us much. So let's go to the Devils and see what they would want to give us. They probably don't want to give up their 2 firsts, but I'm going to at least try and see if I can get something like that. Moving back to 19, offer the trade. Yeah, it's not even close, really. But I wouldn't mind taking a second and maybe a third from next year as well. Getting more of those those second, third round picks. Trade rejected. That's fine. Let's do the first and a second for 19th overall. Okay. We're not going to get the second from next year. I'd rather not take something from this year. Let's try and see if we can snag more picks. Too far out in the future for my liking. A third, fourth, and fifth as well next year. Will it go through? Rejected. Can we move the fifth? Trade accepted. So we got the third and the fourth as well as moving back. So stockpiling more picks for next year, guys. The Devils are at 19 there. We're at 25, 29, and 31, which I think is a fine spot for me to take our guys that we have looked at. Carter Lampkin here is another guy that I thought about. Matt Stromberg, not really. As you guys can see here, 34, 36, and 37. I could try and move pick 25 back to the Sabres. And then have 29. Actually, I'd almost rather have 29, 30, and 31. Let's see what the Sabres would offer us for 25th overall, because they do want to trade their pick. The pick was just taken. Woodworth, okay, is a medium top 6 at 65. But I am wheeling and dealing here at the deadline, or at the draft. Holy crap. Sabres, what would you like to give us? We could take another third this year. We could take more thirds next year. Can I get 2 thirds out of you guys? A third this year and a third next year? Will it go through? Rejected. Okay, maybe I should take another third this year to take another swing at one of those guys, but I think we've got it pretty well mapped out. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, we're going to take the third. Let's take a third this year. I'm going to take their third this year and then maybe a fourth next year. Stockpile those picks, right? A first, a third, and a fourth for our first. Trade rejected. Okay. How about I'll just throw on 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 6 for next year, and we'll see if I'll just remove one at a time. Trade rejected. Trade rejected. Trade rejected. Oh, wow. Am I not going to get a third this year? Trade accepted. Okay, so I got a first and a third this year, and moving back from 25 to 30. So I moved back 5 picks, and I moved back 10 picks, and acquired a lot of future assets. And now we're sitting here with a beautiful 29, 30, 31. These guys are going to be taking 3 in a row. Let's continue to see what we are missing out on. Gostad's, okay, I'm not upset about that. Layman, I'm not upset about that. I want to see what Lamkin is. I really do want to see what Lamkin is. Kapitanov. Vyacheslav Kapitanov is a guy that they said was going to be close to ready, and I disagree with that. Anyway, Barch here, that's not bad either. I am feeling more and more confident about our decision to move down here, guys. Lamkin, medium top 6. Okay, so I'm not worried about that. Here's our first pick we traded away. They are going to take a 61 overall medium top 9 grinder. Oh, Buffalo, never change. Pittsburgh takes another grinder. It's the year of the grinder, apparently. Ortmeyer is not good. And then back there as well. So who else did we trade with? We traded with pick 19, the Devils. They took Layman, so that was not a bad pick for them at all. But now we have our 3 guys to go after. The 3 guys I've pinned. Omar Malhotra. There's also Brody Lee, but he's 4 years away. Low elite. He could be better as far as potential, but I'd rather have somebody who's going to be in the NHL sooner rather than later, especially 17 years old, 2 years away from the NHL. And we know that for a fact. Bring it on home, baby. Omar Malhotra, the first pick. 71 medium top 4. I will take that. 71. We haven't seen a guy in the 70s for a long time now. Since Woods, they're at 16. So that's fine with me. Omar Malhotra, the medium top 4. Now it's time to take Burkholz and Luomala. Carter Burkholz is the one I have so much hype for. He could be medium elite. I really hope he's medium elite. 2 years away from the NHL. 17 years old as well. Carter Burkholz, 66, medium top 6 forward there. So not fantastic, but I will take it. Considering they say he's 2 years away from the NHL, we know that for a fact. He's going to grow very, very nicely. Malhotra is the better of the players. And now we've got to take Jussi Luomala, the sniper, back-to-back sniper picks. 2 years away from the NHL as well. What is he going to be? I got to wait and find out. The suspense. 70 overall, medium top 6. So guys, we got 3 guys here that have very solid potential that are really close to the NHL. 70, 66, and 71. These guys are going to take 2 years, and they're going to be ready for the NHL, especially guys like Luomala and Malhotra. They could even, after 1 year, be ready for the NHL. So they're going to stay in Groom. I don't know if I'm going to sign them. I might sign them for the AHL, actually. Malhotra here, they're listed as other defensemen, so I'm not too sure I will. But let's go ahead and double check the draft class. See the guys we've pinned. I'm very, very happy with that 1, 2, 3. That is for the future there, guys. There's Jeffrey Nesbitt here, who could be medium elite, but he's too far away for my liking. The 2-bar medium elite is not something I like to go after either. Pinned. So we've got 93. Alexander Gonchar at 93 is potentially medium elite. Is 5 years away. That's okay, though. It's a 3rd round pick. Christian Takashi and Will Thompson there at 160 and 171. Will Thompson being potentially 2 years away from the NHL is incredibly exciting. I know he's 19, so he's a little bit older. But these are 3 guys that I would absolutely love to go after. So now we take a look at our draft board. What picks do we have? 27, so we've got the 86th pick, which should be fine to take. If we view the draft class, I think it was 96 for Gonchar. Yeah, 93, so that should be fine. We can just sim to our next pick. Sim to pick number 67. 67? Oh, yeah, we got pick number 67 now. We can wait, too. We can wait on him because we got another pick in the 90s, right? Or, yeah, in the high 80s here. Fringe starter goalie, 2-bar medium elite, 4 years away. Don't like 2-bar medium elite. I literally just said that. Potentially 3 years away for Uriel Greeny. I saw a couple medium elites, so we'll flip through them quickly to see who's closest to the NHL. 3 years there for Laurent Days. That's not a bad pick. Dalton Garrison. Okay, so everybody's 4 years away. 3 years for Card, and then Nordstrom. Yeah, I might go Days. 2-bar medium elite. He's 3 years away from the NHL. We know that for a fact. Is anybody else 3 years away? We know Peyton Ronning is 3 years away for a fact. He looks actually kind of good. 6'2", 207. Don't like his strategies, though, if those are accurate. Cowan here, 4 years. Lucas Davison is... I don't like his... There's Laurent Days, though, too, who doesn't look as good, but we know more about him. I do like his scheme fit better. I do like that a lot. Laurent Days, 5'9", shooting, puck skills. I mean, if those are accurate, let's see here. We got Ronning, too. That's not terrible. He could be... I think I might take Peyton Ronning. I think I'm going to take a shot on Peyton Ronning here, guys. I know he's 2-bar medium top 6, and this guy is 2-bar medium elite, but I don't think 2-bar is very accurate anyway. So we're going to take Peyton Ronning. He is medium top 6. We got another medium top 6 playmaker here. Another winger, 62 overall. He's 19. I know. Maybe I should have taken Days because of that. But we're going to sim here. Sim the pick. I want to see where Days goes. I do want to see where he goes and what he is. I am very curious. Sim pick. Okay, yes, there we go. We'll sim that pick as well. Davison. Yeah, we are nailing this draft right now, guys. We are killing it. There is Days, 61 overall, medium top 9 forward. So we ended up making the right decision going with Ronning. And that's what you like to see. Pick 89 is on its way. So we'll go ahead and just go to pick 89. So we can take the power forward who's projected to go at 93. There's Glien, the guy who was potentially close. Ribeiro is 5 years, 4 years away for this goalie, but he's medium backup. Alexander Gonchar, 3-bar medium elite, is much more enticing to me because we know so much more about him. Even if he's medium top 6, I think it's an absolute slam dunk pick here in the 3rd round. He is a medium elite power forward, guys. And take a look at that draft. Omar Malhotra, Burkholz, Luomala, Ronning, and Gonchar, all potentially players of the future. Gonchar, 50 overall at 18. He's got some work to do, but he's a medium elite, and he can definitely get to his potential if we do it right. So now let's take a look at what picks we have coming up for ourselves. We got pick 118, 149, and 160. So those picks, I think 2 of those are going to be used on guys we have pinned. Guys, Takashi and Thompson. So review the draft class. Where are they supposed to go? Yeah, low elite there, 171 and 160. So we're probably okay to wait. So 171 and 160. We're probably okay to wait. I want to double check though. Yeah, we can take 160 and 171, and then with 118, we're free to take a player that's just on the board that we like. So we'll sim to pick 118, 4th round here. Taking a look, Kavanov, medium starter. He's 5 years away, 4 years away for Robidai. Chipchura, Outlaw. Daniel Outlaw is a fantastic name, but I'm not drafting on name only. Jalen Nickerson is 4 years away from the league, which is okay. Dimitri, 4 years, 5 years. Are we getting close to anybody who could be good? Lutz, we don't know anything about, so I'm not going to take the flyer on the goalie. I may take a goalie just to keep the pipeline filled. The guy at the top here has 2-bar medium starter. Stanislav Kavanov is a good option here. He's 5 years away from the league, but he's a goalie, right? So 23 years old for a goalie is not anything to scoff at. We'll take the goalie, medium fringe starter. That's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I took the shot on the goalie, medium fringe starter. Maybe he'll play in the AHL for us someday. But now with pick 149, we have to make our pick of 1-bar medium elite Easton Flynn. No. Pinned, we have Christian Takashi, the younger brother of our star player, Craig Takashi. We're going to take him here. He's 3-bar low elite power forward. If he's 5 years away, but that's fine by me. We're going to go ahead and take him here. Make the pick. He is a low elite power forward, so he's got great potential here in the 5th round. And guys, Other than that medium fringe starter goalie, this draft has been absurdly good for the future of your Minnesota Wild. And now with the next pick, pick 160, we will take the Belgian lad who's playing in the NLA, which is a league that I don't know much about, and he's 2 years away. So we're looking at high 60s, low 70s. He's 2 years away. That's fine. He's 19, whatever. He'll be 21 by the time he makes the league, if that projection is correct, which is totally fine by me. I don't need him to be tearing it up as a teenager. Will Thompson, welcome to the Minnesota Wild. 68, low elite, two-way defender. Oh my word. This draft provided us at the first half of the draft with a ton of players that are close to NHL ready and are going to be solid contributors. The back half of the draft has been taking shots on players with huge potential. Imagine, guys, if even one or two of these guys hit their elite potential, plus the first half of the draft where we have solid contributors, guys to insulate them and to put them around and let them really shine, we are going to be a very, very good team in a matter of years. And it makes me wonder, should I have done this much sooner in this series? We did make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, though, and that cannot be ignored. So we'll send to pick 201, and we'll start to take some shots on random players. Medium elite, 2-bar medium elite. He's very far away, but he's medium elite. That's all I care about. He's 17-year-old goalie as well. We're going to take him, take another goalie, take a shot on him, medium fringe starter. I am done taking goalies. That's a fact. Taking a look at best potential here. We've got Stanley Stoner. Stanley Stoner. Oh, I absolutely love the name. Stanley Stoner could be the next pick here. I think I'm going to take Stanley Stoner, not only because of his name, but because he's probably one of the better players on the board at this point. Stanley Stoner from the DEL. Welcome to Minnesota. Medium bottom six sniper. That's okay. He's probably never going to be turned into anything. But there we go, guys. An absolutely incredible draft with only three bad picks. Kavanaugh was a medium fringe starter. Hall was a medium fringe starter. And Stoner was a medium bottom six. The rest of the guys, medium top six forward, medium top four defenseman, or better. Guys, this is a fantastic draft. We just set ourselves up to do huge things in a few years. We have to re-sign some of our scouts, which is fine. All right. There we go. We got another owner goal accomplished. 2 picks in the first 2 rounds of the draft. We had 3 picks in the first round, all at the back half of the draft. Plus, we got the guy who plays like Ekholm, Cogliano. So, being a gem, I'm hoping to see some skyrocket. I can't believe I forgot about Cogliano. Craig Takashi, a buyout player. Yeah, I'm going to buy out Craig Takashi, guys. I don't want him back. If we take a look at the expiring contracts, Susie, Addison, we do want to bring back Kalen Addison. He's an RFA. We'll qualify him, offer him a contract. Can we get him for 3? Yes, 3 years on a very cheap deal. Connor Dubois is another guy that could potentially be a bottom sixer for us. Get him for 3 years. Susie here does not want an extension. He wants 2 years at $2 million. Are you serious, Susie? The problem is I don't have anybody else I think I can go for. Jones is our goaltender going into next season, considering Talbot is not very good at all. But Wallstead here is a guy for the future, hopefully. At 20 years old, he's 72, which I think is good. Tucker Tynan and him will play in the AHL. I'm going to let Talbot walk. And Baribeau, I guess, is our backup for next season. Oh, my God. Oh, God, the goaltending room is so bad. Oh, Jones, please. Please jump to like an 81 or an 82. If you jump 5 points, I'll love you forever. You'll be on this franchise forever. But, oh, my God, this is not looking good. Looking at the defensive core, we got Brodin, Sutter, Spurgeon, Zamenhof, hopefully Addison. Ian McCoshen does want to come back. Hopefully he does want a 2-way deal, 2 years on a 2-way deal. Oops. $950, yep, for 3 years. Yeah, we'll give him that. Susie, I guess I just got to play Susie, right? Or pay him. Because we got Brodin, Sutter, Spurgeon, Zamenhof, Susie, Addison. Belpedio played in the NHL last season. So I'll get, I'm not really worried about our cap situation because I can't sign free agents anyway. So I'll give him 1 year at 2.4. Hopefully he jumps or something like that. I don't know. Gordeev is not very good in the AHL. So if we have Susie Addison, then it's Melkoshin, Louis, Belpedio, O'Rourke, Mermis. Oh my God. And then Gordeev. So I guess I'll give Gordeev the contract. Malhotra, I don't think is quite ready to play. Plus, I don't want him to waste a year of his ELC. So I'm going to let this guy here, I'm going to just offer him a contract so he can stay scratched. And then we'll qualify him and offer him a contract for 3 years. There we go. All right, now we take a look at the forward core. Going up to the top here by overall, we got Fiala, Greenway, Kaprizov, who are all 88 overalls, guys. This is looking pretty good. Greenway is an absolute steal of a contract, too. Then we've got Johansson, Takashi, Zuccarello. Guys, the top 6 is not bad. It's only the defensive core that looks bad. If Fiala, Greenway, Kaprizov can be a first line, it probably won't be. There'll probably be a mixture with Johansson at center. And then the second line of Takashi, Zuccarello, and then one of those top 3. Guys, that's a top 6 that's legit. I was really worried, but I think we can still do well next season. I don't think we're tanking at all. And then we've got Hartman, Parise, Nikul, Rossi, and Rossi's up to an 81. Rossi's up to an 81. That's huge. He's making the NHL. He's 21. He's 81. He's going to be a third line center for sure. He's a really, really good playmaker, guys. I was worried because I thought Rossi was going to bust. Playing him in the NHL as a 76, 78. He put up 31 points, and I mean, a minus 13 is not great. But now the fact that he's grown to an 81 overall, Nikulin is ready. He is ready. Yeah, I'm going to sign Nikulin, medium elite, 79 overall. We'll see if he jumps. Give him his ELC. Bitten, Foligno, Dubois are all good players. Giroux, guys, I'm actually kind of excited to see how this one turns out. I'm pumped to see our future here. Down here, Dumont. I just gotta kind of bring back everybody. Lodnia? Yeah, I think Lodnia is his name. We'll give him 3 years. There we go. Mayhew, sure. Offer him a contract. 1 year's fine. Olszek, 3 years. Beautiful. He's actually, did we draft him? We did draft him in the 5th round, and he's going to be in the NHL for us. You'll love to see things like that. Luomala's not ready yet. I don't want to rush him. There's Christian Takashi, the younger brother of Craig Takashi, although I hope they are both from the same nation because that would be awkward. But I think, guys, I'm so excited to see the future. I will go sign the scouts, and I won't advance a day until we go sign our scouts and coaches back. All right, guys. I've just went ahead and promoted one of our assistants. AHL assistant coach should be our NHL goalie coach because he's got A- teaching, so that's great. That'll hopefully help Hunter Jones grow. And I got to sign an AHL assistant and an AHL goalie coach. That's no big deal. I offered the scouts contracts. Soucy's back. Dumont. Oh, God. Nikulin accepted his ELC. I doubt he was going to hold out. Wallstedt, Halishuk, Olszek are all guys we drafted that are now making an impact, probably down there in the AHL. Advance the day. There's the contract renewal. There's another scout. Advance the day. There's another scout. And there's our final scout, I believe. So that is it. That is it for us in the free agency market. We have to go sign some coaches. I'll stick with you guys to sign the coaches. Scouting on the line. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I need some AHLers. Sure. Who's a free agent? I know I can't take him, but let's see. Dylan Larkin. Okay. Very nice. He's a good player. I would love to have him, but honestly, defenseman is where I need it. And Lucas Johansson, God, this is a bad free agency class, isn't it? There are no defensemen in, I mean, no defensemen in free agency. I mean, yeah, sure. Obviously, these guys would bolster our team, but like, if Shane Gostisbehere is the best guy at 84, Damon Severson as well, and then Dimitri like that. Usually you got somebody better than that. We have 18 mil in cap space too, so we're not worried about the cap floor at all. But we got to go find some coaches. AHL assistant, AHL goalie, and I have quite a bit of availability. So AHL assistant. Let's sort by teaching so we can find a good goalie coach for the AHL. Sure. Actually, who wants the most money? I think Lorikinen? Yeah. Actually, yeah. 100. Actually, no. The top guy wants that much too. Oh. No. I'll go for the A plus here at the top. Does nothing but teach. Will Girardi. I'll give you a little bit more. 200,000. AHL goalie coach. So that leaves us with about 400,000 to sign an assistant coach. They'll just sort by overall. Assistant coach is good at veterans, goalies, generalists. I kind of like the generalist idea. I don't like the veterans idea because I'd like to coach up our youngsters. Who doesn't teach goalies that's good at coach, or who isn't specializing in goalies that's good at teaching? Veterans generalist here. So the best guy here is a generalist. I think I'd actually rather have this person. I know they're not as good as on the power play, but they're much cheaper. Max Rankiewicz. Rankiewicz? I'm gonna give him a little bit more than what he's asking for, and we should be good to go there with the coaching. So guys, I will catch up with you when we set our lines at the start of the season. All right, guys, it is time to start next season. We got to look at the owner goals again. He wants, a conservative seller. So he expects us to compete for a playoff spot. If we don't, we need to ensure our fans are happy with the direction. I mean, I think you guys are the fans, right? You guys are my assistant GMs and the fans. Are you happy with the state of the team? Are you happy with the direction? I'm very happy after this past draft. So we need to win on the road, average at least 85% concession fan happiness, and 26 sellouts. Okay, that's all fair. I think we can do that. And the fact that we have improved from conservative seller to from seller to conservative seller is a really, really good sign. Anyway, taking a look at the lines, Greenway, Johansson, Kaprizov is a +3 with 90, 88, 89. Marco Rossi and Maxim Nikulin as our center core of the future. Nikulin doesn't, Fiala's an 89, Rossi an 82, and Zuccarello. And then we got Craig Takashi. I would actually rather see this. I think I'd rather see Nikulin on the left. Actually, Nikulin down the center, Rossi down the left, and Hartman on the right. Hartman's an 84? Hartman grew to an 84. The dude, I love him. He's been so good since he came here. He scores shorthanded goals. He scores game winners, too, apparently. 30 points guaranteed. You book it. 10 goals, 30 points. Zach Parise an 80 down here. He's 39. Just retire. Please just retire. Just retire. Adam Beckman here is going to make his NHL debut, apparently, although we'll have to double check. Defensively, Kalen Addison gets Sutter a +5, Makashin and Zamanov, and then we'll see who's scratched. Foligno and Connor Duar. Okay, we're gonna put Connor Duar in for Beckman. Scratched. Connor Duar, yes. -1 down there. Does Marcus Foligno give us a better chemistry? Yes, sub him in there. Yeah, the power forward gets us a +, so you love to see that. William Bitten there as well. I mean, guys, I'm honestly surprised that this team is this good. I'm honestly surprised that we are as solid as we are. Greenway, Johansson, Kaprizov. Greenway jumping to a 90 overall is going to help out so much, and I don't think we're going to tank anymore. I don't think we're going to have a bad season. He signed for 4 more years at $3 million too. Marcus Johansson, I thought about trading him at the draft. He's got another year left after this one. Kaprizov is getting a boatload of money after a lot of seasons. Kevin Fiala, Takash. Guys, I am pumped. It is just the ugliest looking defensive core in the world. It is brutal looking. Scratched. I don't know if we have some AHL or AHL goalie or NHL defenseman in the AHL, but here's the moment of truth, guys. It is goaltender. It is Hunter Jones up to an 81. I'm hype about that because he is NHL caliber, even though the game says he's a minor league starter. He's 81 overall, which means we're going into the season with a better goalie than we did last season. But let's check the AHL, see if there's anybody there that could have jumped and help us out now. Susie's a 77, which is not better than what we have now. But I did pay him. I'm going to call him up. His morale is low, and I think that's the big difference. Wallstedt and Tynan are 74, 73. I'm going to leave Baribeau in there to be our AHL backup. Or NHL backup. Oh, my God. Whew. Let's go ahead and edit the lines. We're going to have to do best lines down here in the AHL. Is there anybody down here that I want to have growing? Medium top 9 guys are all up there. What about Yahir Glenn, Sturm? Okay, yeah, these guys down here are fill-ins. Defensively, we got O'Rourke and Belpedio, Gordeev and Mermis. Yeah, you know what? I almost rather have Gordeev up there. And then Halischuk, and yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with a -3. It's not the end of the world. And then obviously in goal, we've got Wallstedt and Tucker Tynan. Jesper Wallstedt's 20, Tynan's 73, 21, 74, 73. So they're both kind of on the same trajectory. If they can both come up at the same time and like compete for that starting job, I mean, iron sharpens iron, boys. So if we take a look at the defense, if I bench Makashin and bring in Susie, it's still a -1. If I move, the problem is Ruslan Zamanov is a defensive defenseman, and so is Susi. But Zamanov looks pretty good. And I don't actually. Does he not fit as well? He doesn't fit as well. I don't want to move Spurgeon down here because that's just a waste of Spurgeon's talent. +5 here for Kalen Addison too. Kalen Addison is one of those guys that I said keep your eye on. Him playing with Sutter, learning the tricks of the trade. Sutter's going to drop hard, and so is Parise this season, I bet. But Kalen Addison, 23, medium top 4 defenseman, 79, getting a +5 right now. Could be very good. Power play is also looking pretty good. Let's get Zuccarello off of that and get Takashi up there. I'm fine with that. Kalen Addison out, and in comes Nykulin because I want to give Nykulin more ice time. Fine with that. Parise, yeah. You know what? This is fine by me. I don't know if I like the 5 forwards, but hey, why not? And then a +5 for Nykulin and Takashi. Zamanov Susi gets a +5 on the penalty kill. Bitten, Hartman, wow, guys, I am excited for this season. I am very, very excited. We've got Connor Duar scratched, though, which I think he played last season, didn't he? He played 20 games, at one point was a -9, so definitely didn't impress. Adam Beckman here, I'd kind of like to send him back down. 22.77. Let's set as an other forward. I can leave Duar and McCoshin scratched up here, and I'll send him down so we get some more playing time. First line ice time in the AHL is better than being scratched in the NHL. So let's just go ahead here. Best lines it. Beckman, Giroux, Ladina. He is how old? He's 25. Ladina's 24, 23, 22. Yeah, that's fine. Olszek, I think I'd rather have over Ladina. That's fine by me. I'm cool with this. I'm liking the lines in the AHL too. Maybe not as much on the defensive side, but it is what it is. We'll move Murmis down, whatever. +1/+1 if we do that. We get a +3 on the second pairing if we move O'Rourke down, but I'm not going to plan on doing that. O'Rourke is another guy that could be in the NHL in the season. Guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I am very, very happy with how this episode went. I'm very happy with the growth from our players. I'm very excited about the draft. I mean, we had the most gangbusters draft possible. And we're set up so well for the future. We look at the owner here. Concessions, can we upgrade? Yes, we can upgrade the concessions. That's what we want to do. It'll take 20 days, but we can make more money by upgrading the concessions. And you know what? I gotta repair the executive suites because they're at a worse state. We'll do that, and then we'll repair the club seats so that everything will be at around 100 or 100 to start the season. The parking lot, I believe we upgraded the parking lot. What if we get a second parking lot too? Level 2? Oh, if I bump it out, it costs us less. So the cheapest one was 96 days. Is that the max? I'm not too worried about it. 96 days for level 2. We're already starting out on a hot... Yeah, there we go. Boom. And there goes my arena budget, but we are going to have a very, very good looking arena. It is going to be fresh and hopefully help make us more money, which means we can spend more money on the coaching staff, scouts, and team. But guys, that is all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.